Previewing Purdue's upcoming matchup against Texas in the Sweet 16 coming up at 7:15 here on Thursday. So we're approaching, 48 hours here until Purdue will take on the Longhorns and the former Boiler Cam Heide. Excited for this matchup. I think this is an ideal matchup just off the hip from Purdue for Purdue, and I think that Purdue can absolutely dominate Texas in ball screens. They are terrible at ball screen coverage. And Texas, at 21 and 14, 10th in their conference. Really, for a lot of people, maybe shouldn't have been here. They did make it though, and they now won more games than anybody else in the Big Ten tournament to get to where they are. They've won, or in the NCAA tournament, won 3 games. Dalton, how are you feeling about this game? What are your initial thoughts on the Longhorns here?
I don't have a lot of initial thoughts on the Longhorns here. I don't know a whole lot about this team. I watched the end of their last game because they finally hadn't done enough to catch my attention. Other than that, I did not pay a lick of attention to them this year outside of maybe checking Cam Heide's stats just to see what he was doing this year. Um, huh.
Looks like you're stealing
Stealing.
internet.
What do
Yeah,
you
you are. You
mean?
are very like. You look like you're in the brisk of a dawn sun, and you're just a little fuzzy.
I'm fuzzy.
Just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, not really fuzzy. It's just your camera, like colors, like saturation is way too red.
Oh,
Um,
that.
so looking like you maybe went tanning this week or something. Little
Hold
pixelated,
on.
not your best effort here. If we're just being really honest, I can't get my camera
Sorry,
angle
not
just right.
everyone gets a nice laptop from work, so
Yeah, we're not all rich. Yeah, so Texas. This is a pretty much an ideal matchup for Purdue, in my opinion. I mean, Texas does have some elite basketball players. Swain is very good. We talked last time about their redhead center and Volkaitis, and they have some players on their team that can really cause problems for Purdue. But in all honesty, they're just a team that loves to go one on one. They're a team that starts Cam Heide, and he hasn't really done anything extra this year than what he's done in previous years with Purdue, or in the previous 2 years with Purdue. So not really sure what the top end level here is. If you look at the opponents that they've played so far, both opponents only made 4 threes in the round of 64 and the round of 32. So to me, it's a matter of like if we shoot halfway decent, we should run this team out because right now they've won 2 close games against teams who shot extremely poorly. Um, and I feel like Purdue is set up to kind of come out here and run the table. What are you feeling from a Purdue standpoint, from a matchup standpoint, in regards to this game?
I mean, they're pretty big. They'll match
Mhm.
up with us pretty well size wise. I mean, uh, Cam Heidi says is nearly invisible on Kim Palm, so
I
I'm
know, I saw that.
guessing that I don't understand that. Um, Tremont Mark is really good, and he's big. He's a nightmare matchup for Purdue. He's one of those big wings, physical wings. Um, and Jordan Pope is the leader of this team, so it's going to be a tough matchup. It will depend a lot, like you said, on who's hitting threes because they run a very similar pace to us. They're slow. They like to run sets, which mostly is 5 out from what I've seen. But their adjusted efficiency is 15th in the country right now, so very efficient offense.
Yeah, I mean, running sets, I wouldn't exactly call it that. It's a lot of ISO ball, but at the same time, they aren't super quick, but a lot of that comes down to they don't really run great sets. They do run 5 out a lot of the time. I mean, they have Dalen Swain, who's a 6'8". They call him a forward, but he's more of a point forward. He likes to bring the ball up the floor. He can do just about anything with the ball, but his favorite thing to do is get in isolation, get a switch that he likes, and then kind of pound it down low. And I think that that's somebody that Purdue can match up really well. And then on the reverse side, you're going to have a 6'8" guy or Cam Heide guarding Trey Kaufman-Renn. And he should absolutely obliterate whoever his matchup is on the other end. I don't know how Texas is going. They don't really bring a lot of help. They're not really a super, help side defense. They're going to play mostly one on one, and that's just not going to work. just in this game. Indy Boiler said, love the shot from Heide, just like the shot against Houston. It's a shame we're going to have to rip his heart out. Yeah, it is a shame, but a shame I'm happy to deal with. Jameson says, what's up? And Rick kind of points this out. Texas is Miami, just one spot better. Yeah, I mean, if you look at Texas's chart, they have a pretty solid offense. I mean, they can score the ball, but their defense is very bad. If you go through the metrics on it, in Ken Palm, wherever you want to look, if you just watch them play basketball, their guards are kind of get lazy at times. They are one of the worst pick and roll defenses in the country. I heard Joe Jackson talk about this. They are horrible at pick and roll defense. And if you know anything about Purdue, which I'm sure you all do, we run a shitload of pick and roll. It's what we do. And I just think that Braden, TKR are going to eat in this pick and roll. Texas is not a team that shoots a lot of threes. They want to get in the mid range. That's what Purdue wants them to do. So it's a very interesting matchup. To me, it's a perfect matchup for Purdue. You could not really ask for much more. And Rickus kind of throws into my point. Texas is one of the worst ball screen defenses in the nation, and they play drop. This should be a Braden Smith, Omer Meyer, CJ Cox, eat them alive in the mid range game. Have you heard anything on CJ? My understanding is it sounds like he's kind of testing it right now, but it sounds like he's probably going to be at least going to give it a go.
I mean, why not? At this point in the season, if nothing's torn, which I'm sure they've had every test in the book ran on it, if you're just sore, why not play and give it your all? You've got a whole off season to recover. But that's just my mindset. I'm not him, and I don't have a huge career in front of me. So like ACL, MCL tears, some players are never the same. So you're risking injury like that with a knee injury. You got to be careful, and he's got to do what's right for him. Either way, whoever's next in line, Jakari, uh, he'll step up. So I'm not worried about it. If CJ doesn't play, we've got 3 other guys waiting to jump in his spot right now, and they've been chomping at the bit. So if he does or doesn't, I would expect whoever plays to come out and ball out. One thing I did notice is that their 3-point. This is probably because of the drop, but their 3-point percentage on defense is 35.1, meaning they're letting people shoot.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, so
with Purdue being one of the best 3-point shooting percentage teams in the country.
Yeah, we're 8th, so they're 253rd in 3-point defense. So
yeah, I mean, look for the Braden coming lawyer and Braden coming off of those high pick and rolls, they're going to drop. So he should have either the mid range, the 3, whatever he wants, really. And we've seen when Braden gets that freedom and nobody's high hedging, pressuring him all the way out, good luck.
You never know, though. They may have seen what works against Purdue, and that might not be the case in this, which in that case, if they are high hedging, that just opens up Clough and TKR on a quick shot to the basket, and Braden's going to find them. So,
well, and I'm a believer, too, that, all year you've done one thing, and now if you want to try something completely outside of that against Purdue, I just don't think that they have the defensive chops to completely change up what they've been doing all year. It really isn't going to work well for Volokaitis. It's just not who they are. So if they want to do that, great. Because Braden going against a defense who's not good at that, I do think they put that Dalen Swain on Braden a little bit. He's 6'8", mobile. But if they do, well, that means Heidi's guarding Trey. And I've already mentioned what I think is going to happen there. Yeah, my son has made 0 free throws today. I've told him 3 times as he's told me how bored he is to go outside and play basketball. But the soft generation of today, it's too cold for him. Jameson said he thinks that Purdue will come out and get revenge on Heide because he left us. Yeah, we'll get to that portion of it, but should be a fun game. I think Heide and Braden were noted best friends at one point while they lived, while Heide was still here. So not sure what that face is you're making there. You look like a mad cop.
I just don't care about the whole Cam Heide story. I'm sure we're going to have to hear about it all day. I don't give one crap about him. I hope we lock him up. I hope he's a minus 14. You want to leave Purdue, that's your choice because you don't want to work hard enough. That's all there is to it. Painter will play whoever works the hardest. So if you're leaving Purdue, it's because you're not a hard worker, and I have nothing for that. Like I
I'm
have
not.
no.
I'm not on that. I'm not that far on that side of that.
What do you mean?
I mean,
What's not true about what
to
I said?
you're just saying he didn't work hard. You don't know that. You're just
But
assuming that maybe he just wasn't good enough and he needed to go somewhere else. I mean, I don't think that these guys aren't working hard. You think Will Berg didn't work hard?
I'm saying like the talent progression it shows in your work, in the off season work. We've seen it in guys, like CJ. You know, I've seen progression in Fletcher even each year. We did not see that with Cam Heide from freshman to sophomore year.
Yeah, I'm not defending Cam Heide specifically. I don't know. It wasn't the right situation for him. I mean, he hasn't done anything better at Texas, if we're being honest. He's
That's
still
what I'm
playing,
saying. No
but
progression.
I don't think it's a work hard. I just think it's, everybody's got a ceiling, and I think his ceiling is to be a 3-point shooter who every once in a while gets a highlight dunk because he can jump really high. I don't think he just has a lot of wiggle to his game or that like be able to really matriculate into a great basketball player. I think he just is who he is. Um, jump to some of these. Rick is just flooding the comments here. I got to try to catch up. Yeah, but the threes Texas gives up are from the point guard spot. Yeah, and like I said, we got to get Braden shooting the ball well. I mean, the last game was bad. I expect him to be great this game. Braden is not going to have 2 consecutive bad games. But number one is just take care of the ball. Texas is one of the worst in the country at forcing turnovers. Purdue should have no issues in this game. We should not turn the ball over. They're not going to press us. They're not going to high hedge. It's just going to be a simple drop coverage. Do what you want. We're going to try to outscore you, and good luck doing that against the most efficient offense in America. They are good at covering some guys like Fletcher because they don't help. Like that's their whole defensive scheme, and they don't really. I went back and I watched both of their tournament games. They just don't help off shooters. They're just going to stay there, and they're going to let you beat them on cuts. They got destroyed on back cuts in a couple of these games. They ended up winning the game because they just hit shots and the opponents missed everything. I just don't see Purdue doing that same thing. It's just not going to happen. Jamison said he's good enough at free throws. That's inaccurate. We got to get better, buddy. So Luki pops in and says, I think the transfers knew they wouldn't start again this year and wanted the opportunity for more playing time. Yeah, I get Colvin. I think Colvin was just always going to be a little held down by the system of Purdue and his style. He needed to be able to go run free a little bit more. Heide actually was probably in the perfect place for Heide. Like he would have played 15 to 20 minutes a game this year, just shot threes, dunked every once in a while, and played defense. But that's exactly what he's doing at Texas. He's not a star over there, if anybody believes that he might be. Any comments on any of that? Okay. No, you don't have to stop, Rickist. I'm just saying I was trying to catch up to your comments because you said a bunch in a row that we haven't said any or hadn't commented on. Hope Heidi does not get the Houston shot. Yeah. Hopefully it's not even close in that regard. Let's jump to some of their players real quick. Dalen Swain, we talked about. 6'8", plays essentially the point, but also he's a forward. Very good driver, physical, big guy. Who do you think is going to guard this dude? Because he's a very weird matchup.
Probably CJ, if I had to guess. CJ Jakari, that kind of matchup. I mean, I don't know who else you put on him if he's bringing the ball up the floor. It surely can't be, Trey or Fletch.
Yeah.
Maybe Fletch, but I just don't see Fletch, excuse me, guarding the guy with the ball.
Yeah, that seems crazy. I don't know who guards him. It's a weird matchup. This could be a game where Benter needs to play quite a bit to guard somebody like this, a bigger guy who handles the ball a lot. But yeah, it's probably like Henry said. Nice to see you back, Henry. Got to be CJ. The big thing is CJ going to be 100% be able to play the whole game? Obviously, that's a wait and see type of situation. I hope so, because in this game specifically, against a team with like a lot of one-on-one really good players, you need your one guy who tends to be able to stay in front of people. Because that's my big fear in this game is getting into foul trouble because our guards get blown by. These 6'5" to 6'8" guys come into the paint and they're throwing up shots and getting fouls called. That scares me a little bit. Trayvon Mark, 6'5" guard. he's kind of like their CJ almost, like they're into the shot clock. He's going to go get himself a bucket. Omer, maybe, however you want to word it. But what do you know about Draymond?
I just know that he's a big physical guard, and he, he doesn't shoot threes very well. He's 30% on the year, but he'll get to the bucket almost any time he wants to. So, and the style that they play opens up the drive lanes. So, that's pretty much all I got on Traymon Mark.
Yeah, just a mid-range killer. He's similar to CJ or Omer. He's great in the mid-range, very good at the end of the shot clock. A little bit of a veteran. Um, he's not like the centerpiece of their offense, but you'll see when they get down toward like 10 seconds and less, kind of like we do with Omer. It's like get him the ball and let him just go create something. Purdue will live with that. I think like mid-range twos late in the shot clock. Like I think Purdue lives with that. Whatever. Um, but yeah, just don't let this guy get crazy hot and score 28 on you or something. I think that's the key with what he does. And I was going to ask you to follow, like Henry says, he's slightly worried about this game. Like, what's your worry level on a scale of 1 to 10 in this matchup? I mean, it seems like the
Uh,
perfect matchup for us. From like, I mean, we got an 11 seed to go to the Elite Eight.
yeah, my worry is just it's probably like a 4.
Yeah.
Just a mental worry. It's like a mental game. This is a completely mental um, game coming up. It's like we should beat these guys. The only way we don't is if we beat ourselves mentally. And we've seen Purdue do that this year during the regular season. Um, Momentum swing, or, they're a highlight type of team. So, you can have a momentum swing happen real fast and then things go awry if somebody's not willing to step up. Like we saw last game, CJ hit three threes in a row to bring us back to life in that. And we may need something like that in this game as well. So,
Yeah, it feels like a game that might toy around for a little bit, but we like as long as we just play smart, play our game, don't do anything wild, and hit a few jump shots, we're a better team. I mean, there's no two ways about it. We're just a better team than they are. And I hate to say it like that, but I'm probably like a 3 or 4, kind of like you. And it's less about like, do I think we can beat this team? Like I know we will, or we should. Not we will. I know we should. Um, it's more of a like, do we get like a crazy stinker game from 3-point land? Like if we get one of those, like that's what happened twice already against Texas, 4 of 25. If we have one of those, can that get in our head and wear us down? Because we shouldn't need to shoot threes. We should be able to just pound the ball inside. Um, Saluki thinks we can win without CJ. I agree. I would like to see CJ play, though, even if it's like 10, 15 minutes, just kind of get in the flow of it. And Ricka says he's not sure if anybody knows for sure, and I would guess that's pretty much true. I haven't seen any definitive answers. I think their press will be tomorrow for this game, so we'll probably find out a lot more tomorrow when they do the press conferences for this game. So, yeah, Henry says I wouldn't let him rest. It's win or go home. I feel that sentiment, man. Like if you can go, you mentioned this earlier, Dalton. Like if you can go, go. Like
yeah.
leave it all on the table.
But
Uh,
you also play the game of like, does he further injure it? We win, and then we don't have him for the Elite Eight
right.
on Saturday, or possibly the Final Four the following week. So it's like, you're playing with fire, kind of, but at the same time, it's like some of the say's got to be up to him.
Well, yeah. Can you go? How do you feel? Like,
Yeah.
to me, it feels like there would be some level of reporting if it was like for sure he probably isn't playing. The almost like a no information is good information type of thing I'm feeling. Rick I think we all feel this. My only worry is that it could be the last game, but I'm trusting our boys. Yeah, that's really my worry is like, I like the matchup. I think we can win. Just don't want it to be the last game. And then Old Gold Hammer, haven't seen you in here before. Thank you for coming and checking us out. I worry about every game until we're up 20 with 5 minutes to go. And then there's still a little worry.
Trauma.
Trauma just from times where we've let leads get get a little slippery at that stage.
Right.
But yeah, um, yeah, okay, that's a good point. Same as it was I'm confident in this team. I think you agree. I think we all agree. We're confident in this team. When it becomes next round and it's Arizona or Arkansas, if that happens, okay, the worry level goes up a little bit. I think.
I think
But
we just have to figure out early who's going to be the takeover person in this game, because it seems like one person really takes over, one of the three seniors each game. So we need to find out early who's going to be that. Because last game it was Trey came out and hit like what eight of our first 10 points or
yeah,
something crazy. So find that early. Who's hot? Get them going.
yeah. My thought is this is going to be Braden's time in this game. Just with what it's going to be available in the mid range, Braden and Trey in that pick and roll should be unstoppable. So I'm hoping that will be good. Yeah, Henry, I saw Carter say this. I think he was just talking out of his ass. I don't think he has any intel on this whatsoever.
If anybody would know, it would be Newbert, and he would have already reported it. So if anybody had heard anything, you would have it on Twitter.
Yeah, it would be somewhere for sure. Saluki thinks Braden will bounce back with a huge game. Hope so. Rooting for that for sure. We need that, and I think Braden needs that. Like, I want to. If we win this game, I want to get like we have 3 games at that point for a national title. 3 left, and we need Braden at his absolute A+ game when it gets down to the nitty gritty. This is probably our last game where we can have somebody or whatever. We can kind of play through some mistakes. Moving forward after this, no matter who it is, you've got to be damn near perfect to continue to advance. Um, and I think Purdue can do that, but we gotta definitely do it. All right, back to the players real quick. Jordan Pope, you mentioned him. What are your thoughts on Jordan Pope? He's kind of their smaller guard. I expect this to probably be the Braden matchup.
Yeah, he's by far their best 3-point shooter. So
Hmm.
just got to be aware of that. He shot the most, made the most threes on their team. Like I said, man, I'm not. I maybe watched 5 minutes of Texas this year, so I don't know a whole lot. So I don't want to say a whole lot, but statistically, pretty decent shooter at 36%. So somebody will have to keep an eye on the 3-point line.
Yeah, it has a really quick trigger from what I saw. I mean, it's not Sanford level trigger, but it's fast, and he can get him up in a hurry. He's a like a okay. This is a bad comparison, but in the sense that he can get hot, he is like a Carson Edwards style guard. That once one goes through the hoop, he'll start putting them up in a hurry and from crazy spots and with guys in his face. So almost like a very, very young Steph Curry, where once he saw one go in, it was like bang, bang, bang. He's not on that level, obviously, but just somebody you got to keep an eye on. You can't lose him. This is why I think maybe Fletcher even guards him, and Braden goes on one of these other dudes, maybe Mark or someone like that, who wants to get more in the paint because we've all seen it. Braden Reich loves to run and jump at shooters. You can't do that with this guy. He will destroy us if we do that. So he's also terrible at defense. Whoever he is guarding should be food. He should be food. I'm guessing he'll be probably on Fletcher, and he's a lazy defender. He will get lost, and Fletcher should get some open looks if that's the case. So kind of excited to see that. Um, they have a couple other guys. Obviously, Cam Heide. We all know what the story is with Cam Heide. There's not really a scouting report any of us are having issues with here. It's just don't let him get open in the corner, or don't let him get open at all from three, and just keep an eye on him from a rebounding perspective. Obviously, he can jump, but he's not somebody who crashes hard. We know who Cam Heide is. You have anywhere you think Cam Heide could exploit Purdue?
I just think his size on the perimeter and the fact that he's shooting 46% on
Yeah,
three this year, he's actually their best shooter by numbers. But
low volume.
yeah, I mean, he's only shot 100 threes this year, but his uh his play has picked up a lot down the stretch. Like throughout the year, he didn't play as much, but over the last 5 games, he's in the most used lineup
Hmm.
at 19% of the games, and it looks like 39% of the games. So he's played 39% of the last 5 games and was in the most used lineup, which is 19% of Texas's total lineup usage. If that makes sense to everyone, I tried my best to break that down.
That's hard to say. You can read it
Yeah.
and it makes sense, but like
Right.
trying to teach it, I guess, is really hard.
Basically, I'm looking at the depth chart, and for shooting forwards, Cam Heide has played 39% of that position over the last 5 games. And then looking at their full lineups over the last 5 games, the most used lineup is Jordan Pope, Tremont Mark, Cam Heide, Dalen Swain, and Malas Volakitas at 19% of their total usage for games.
Yeah, so that's like their favorite lineup. That would be like our starting lineup, essentially.
Right.
Like we play them to start the first half, in the first half, start the second, in the second. So they're very similar. When they do take Valakitis out, they'll actually just go small, very small. Where Heidi's the 4, Swain is like almost a pseudo 5. They get pretty small. I mean, you're talking a Cam Heide at the power forward, and then a 6'8" guy at the center. That's when, like, when that happens, the non-Volakitis minutes, Purdue has to absolutely thrash them from a rebounding perspective and in the paint. That is number.
They also run Nick Cody in that lineup with Tremont Mark, Nick Cody, and Dalen Swain. So that's a super small lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
looks like they use it just over 5% a game.
So that to me feels like a time Purdue goes to the Benter Trey, and Trey just posts and goes bucket, bucket, bucket. Like to me, whatever the Trey line is on points, I'm going over, and I'm going over on Braden because I think those two guys will get at least half of Purdue shots will come from those two in this game. Like I can see them each being 15 to 20 shots, and if that's the case, I'm happy with whatever the result is in the end. Let's jump to Volakitis real quick. He is the bruiser guy that was not very good in the beginning of the season, but has turned into pretty much a hell of a basketball player. Big old boy, 7-foot center, bruiser. Not really like a huge shooter type of big, so we don't really have to worry too much about that, but sets good screens, huge body, rebounds offensively very, very, very well. It's probably his best attribute. He can go on runs where he scores, but it's really his offensive rebounding that you have to watch out for.
You have a lot of comments to catch up on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you good, bro? You look like you saw a ghost.
I've seen a lot of ghosts in my day.
You have not. Yeah, actually, Volakitis has never shot a three this year, but he does shoot 61% from the field. So very efficient scorer, and he does offensive rebound 12.4% of the time, which is 110th in the nation. So he's a baller.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, Cam is food if he is on TKR. And I think that you think there's going to be any trash talking out there.
I don't think so. I don't know why any of our seniors would even talk to Cam Heide. Like I wouldn't. I would act like he isn't there. Maybe if I was Fletcher, I'd do that thing where I look at the back of his jersey again, like he did to that one guy from Minnesota or something.
Sorry, does that say hiding on the back?
The dude was, yeah, shooting free throws, and Fletcher walked behind him and looked at the back of his jersey because the guy was John Fletcher. So that's one of my favorite Fletcher moments of all time.
Oh yeah, that was
Dude's a
ultimate
troll.
ultimate troll move. Saluki wants to know, not overlooking Texas, but the old "but" statement. Would we rather play Arizona or Arkansas? Listen, Saluki. One, we're not a podcast who really cares about overlooking somebody because we're not doing that. We're just looking into the future potentially. We're not like we're gonna jinx them. Like, no, I'm sorry. I hate people who say that. Like, I can look where I want to look. Would you rather see Arizona or Arkansas?
Good God, dude.
Is neither?
Honestly, I'd rather see Arizona.
That's where I'm at. Weirdly enough.
We match up better with them. I think Arkansas is so athletic, man. I just don't think we have the guns. CJ can do so much, but Acuff might drop 40 on us. You know what I mean? We saw it against Illinois with a guy that's not as good as Acuff. I mean, Wagler went for 46. That Acuff might go for 60.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, I'm not super like I'm not like either one of these teams I'm scared of necessarily, but I think Arizona is the team that seems really like Utah State just took them to the wire. I mean, I just think that Arizona lacks shooting so much that like their bigs, if they come across a team who has bigs that can compete with them, and if we've one big takeaway from this tournament so far has been they've allowed it to be very physical. And I think Purdue thrive. TKR and Clough thrive. You say it all the time in that situation. Like when they allow it to be physical and we're not calling fouls on every ticky tack BS thing that happens. I think I'm good with either one. You know what? Bring them on. You got to beat everybody to make it to the title. Say we get one of those, then we got to play Michigan or Iowa State probably. Then we got to play whoever comes from the other. I mean, it's going to be a path. Whoever wins this title is going to be deserving of this title. I can tell you that.
Right.
Talking about Volakidis again. Henry says get him to foul out. Yeah, that's going to be a big thing in this game. Can we? Because Texas is one of the biggest fouling teams in the country. They also draw a lot of fouls, but Purdue doesn't.
This tournament, man.
It's been weird.
This tournament, they're not calling Jack Diddley buckets. So
facts.
That's one of my favorite sayings.
Jack Diddley buckets. Lock in, Derek. Yes, sir. I will do that. Did I see a ghost? I see a lot of ghosts. It is what it is. I don't even know who you are. You weren't on the scout. My mom used to tell me that. Anything I said before the word "but" doesn't matter. Okay, appreciate those. Henry wants to see Arkansas. Arizona scares him. Okay, hey,
all right,
that's fine. Like the ghost, the ghost of Arizona. I'm just not scared of Tommy Lloyd. I think is what it comes down to.
Yeah,
but John Calipari scares me.
Painter owns Tommy Lloyd, bro.
Yeah, when it comes down to like March Madness, I look at coaches a lot more than I do teams. And I don't want to play Calipari for a Final Four.
I'm looking at teams. Who's going to guard Brazil, bro?
Yeah.
You think Clough's going to stay on Brazil?
Yeah, and we love the bag of cocks, but come on, this is Darius Aycock. This is an NBA player. Like this is not a Big Ten decent guard. This is the best NBA talent at the guard position.
What do you think? Like, what do you honestly think Lusk and them are going to try against Acuff? You think it'll be any different than switching like we did against Illinois?
Yeah, you imagine Acuff looking across.
I doubt it.
Acuff looking across to Oscar Clough going, what? Okay. This is free. This is free points. That's sketchy. I don't like that. I just don't like it. Yeah.
It's not my favorite. I'd much rather see Arizona, man.
Yeah. I think I'm with
you. I think it's a more respectable loss if you do go down.
Yeah, that's fair. It's fair. Sluky thinks Arkansas might get the win. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a hell of a game. Arkansas is scary, man. Especially John Calipari. In this time of year, man, he can get guys like, hey, man, you want your NBA stock rise? Hey, Acuff, you have a chance to be the #1 overall pick if you take us to a title. Like, I just know how his brain works. Like, man, he's gonna have him ready. I know that much. Henry says Wagler scored that many because he switched the bigs on him and Mackey was cursed. Well, yeah. I mean, they're gonna do the same thing though. They're going to switch the bigs. Purdue
These teams, they look at like previous losses and see exactly what those teams did, and then try to mirror it. And going into the Elite Eight, or into the Final Four, I mean, those teams will have a week to scout us, so they're watching all that tape. We got to keep that in mind. But also, Purdue's doing the same thing, so.
Yeah. The good thing about the next game, if we make it, you say we beat Texas, is 2 days scout on Purdue is very hard.
Right.
I assume those teams are also kind of have assistants looking at us right now. But from a whole team standpoint, you play Thursday, you have Friday to go do all your press, all your interviews, all that stuff, and then you got to play boom right again the next day. That's tough to do against Purdue. It's tough to do against the best point guard in the country. And yes, Acuff would go for 35, and that's fine. That's what we're going to probably just do. Say, hey, you have to beat us. I don't know what else you do against them. That's what every team's going to do against Arkansas.
Oh, Henry had to bring it up, dude. Yeah. You just had to bring it up.
Yeah, like, come on. I mean, luckily for us, Jacobson won't see the floor in probably any of the rest of the games. He played 2 minutes last game.
Dang it, dude.
Gosh darn.
Not enough movement to qualify as not an AI today. How am I doing, guys? Am I moving enough?
Listen, you were trying to convince them you weren't an AI, and then you come on screen and your whole screen is orange.
I know, dude. I had to reset my camera today. I don't know. My settings were all jacked because it was so bright in here. So I feel like I'm trying to do a better job of not being super monotone and moving around a little bit. So
Yeah, he's
let
just
me
gonna.
know in the chat what you think. Is this the non-AI version of me good?
Yeah, is he better as an AI or a non-AI? That's the
Yeah,
real
you
question
you
here, I
guys
think.
want me to go back to normal or
Yeah, we can work with you. We're a fan first podcast.
just be
Just
yourself?
be yourself is all that. Sorry, little audio slave for you.
Thanks,
Um,
Circus.
all right, some things Texas likes to do, like on offense, ball screens. They run similar, not similar stuff to Purdue, but they like to run ball screens into isolation. So they'll run they'll empty out a side and they'll run a single ball screen to that side. Dalton is not AI confirmed. Good to see.
Appreciate that, Henry. Thanks a
Um,
lot, pal.
So you're going to see a lot of that two-man game, but Purdue's elite at helping over from the backside, so I'm not really super worried about that. I think Purdue, like the key to this game is hold them under 80 points. Purdue should score 80 so easily in this game with the way they play defense, with Purdue's efficiency. I just feel like Purdue can win this game if they score 80. If they don't score 80, who knows what could happen. Um, they are a team who doesn't run a lot in transition, but I like to call it almost fake transition, where they'll push the ball up the court, but they're not really going to score. They're just trying to see if they can maybe catch you somewhere. They're not. It's not like they're not Michigan State, where like literally they're trying to score every time they get the ball. Full court, we're running down. We're going to try to throw a lob. Theirs is more of like a fake bluff type of transition. So just keep an eye on that. And then late clock. I mean, they like to. If anybody's watched Iowa and like the Florida game or the game before that, like, and all you heard the announcer say was Iowa loves to shoot at the last 5 seconds. Well, they do, but Arkansas very similar, or not Arkansas, excuse me, Texas very similar in the fact that they like to get in that isolation toward the end of the clock and then just get a shot up. That's kind of their thing. So you just got to keep an eye on that. Anything on their offense? I know you said you haven't watched a ton of their gameplay, but anything that you noticed there?
I've seen it. It's a lot of hero ball,
It
five
is.
out type of hero ball. Take what you want, that opens up cuts. It pulls our bigs out depending on how we decide to defend it. So a five out's not a bad idea against Purdue, honestly,
Yeah.
because Clough and TKR are good at clogging that paint up. So I don't know. I'm not sure on this matchup, man. I know if Purdue plays their game, we will win. If Purdue plays a slop bucket shit game, then we will probably not win. We may still win.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like to me, if Purdue plays like a C or better game, we win. If we play really bad, we could still win, but it's going to be a lot less comfortable than what any of us as fans want to see. Um, and then last thing, like on their defense, big thing with them, they're not very good protecting the paint, protecting the rim. Volakidis is okay, but he's still a young guy, especially to American basketball, and somebody that can be used and abused. Like if he gets on TKR, TKR will eat him alive.
Imagine Clough against that guy.
Well, same thing. Like Clough will
Clough's gonna.
destroy him.
His footwork is so beautiful, dude. I don't know if you watched that last game, but
Oh, his pivoting, like
oh man, just
he
how he uses it. He'll take his one dribble and then he might look like he's stuck, and the next thing you know, he's up under the bucket getting a reversal. It's like
100%. Yeah, he's
it's
like
wild.
he can move, and he's so wide that when he does make a full turn or something, like it takes up so much of the space. It's just beautiful to see.
He's key to the game, and I think we found that out so much more in this tournament.
One
Like
thousand
I
percent.
think people suspected it, but like it's been so pivotal in March to have a big like Clough and consistently have him, because it seemed like a little bit of the season he faded away. I don't know.
Yeah,
Illness was going around everything, so who knows? Like you said, maybe he was sick.
yeah, yeah. He seems to be back though, and hopefully everybody's healthy going into this game, including CJ, but especially everybody else with sickness. It goes around, especially like if you've ever traveled, the travel sickness is a real thing, and they now have gone from West Lafayette to St. Louis. Well, actually, they were first in Chicago, then back to West Lafayette, then to St. Louis, back to West Lafayette, now out to San Jose. I mean, that's it's a bunch of travel in like 2 weeks, and I hope everybody's pretty good. Oh, I'm sick of Derek. It's good. It's good.
What do
Thank
we
you.
got? What else? We got some more chat to catch up on.
We can't possibly go out. Yeah, that's been my thought. Like, dang, of course we got the one team that wasn't supposed to be here. So if we lose to them, I'm not concerned about that. Like every team that's in the Sweet 16 deserves to be in the Sweet 16. Like you don't get there by accident. They've actually won more games than anybody else. So I get that it would be embarrassing, of course, but like we should be happy about this. We got the most favorable matchup we could have asked for. I mean, just to be honest, like we're getting an 11 seed to go to the Elite Eight.
To be fair, Texas got the most favorable matchup they probably could have asked for. I mean, a BYU without Saunders, so
Bad.
you let Devonta get his, you beat the rest of the team. And then they played the weakest 3 seed of all time, like
Yeah. Gonzaga
Gonzaga.
was
I
horrible.
mean, come on, bro. How long
Gonzaga,
are we going to do this with the WCC?
I'm tired of it.
How long? Like, make them join a conference, and I bet you they don't make the tournament.
Yeah.
St. Mary's the same. Like, stop making me watch this.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah,
them in the Big 12 and watch them get murdered.
I agree, man. It's absurd because basically they try and they still couldn't even get it done this year. They try to gift Gonzaga a Sweet 16 every year because they give them super high seed to where they play even worse mid majors than themselves, and they get through and then they finally play a real team and they get beat every year. Happens every time. Yeah, bum Gonzaga team, 100%. They also played a bad NC State team in the first four, so like they haven't played anybody. Just if we're being honest with this, so. All right, last thing on Texas, kind of keys to the game, how to beat them, what to do. Yeah, 1-3 in the tournament. Yeah, so is the A10. I believe hasn't won either. Something one of those conferences that always says they deserve more schools in the tournament. So I know the Big Ten is completely dominating this. That's something I know. Yeah, I was looking forward to beating them again as well. Just to be fair, I love beating Gonzaga. It's one of my annual traditions that we get to do as Purdue fans. Next year we get to do it in the regular season, so that's exciting.
Fantastic.
I can't wait to see how that goes. In our rebuild year, we'll see. We'll see how good Gonzaga is. Can you beat a
How
team that's?
does
Go ahead.
eligibility work, brother?
What do you mean by that?
Could we pull Luke Ertl in right now?
You would burn an entire year.
That's fine.
That's insane.
We don't need it.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, technically, I think no. You have to do it before the
It's like-
semester starts. I believe.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
fine.
You
I
could
just
have
saw
done it.
I mean, at Christmas time when everyone else was adding NBA players, we could have,
Yeah,
we could have
Could've added
added
the
Luke
Hurt, dude.
Ertl.
I would have been fine just getting.
But
Wilson
he
Raleigh.
wouldn't be in the state final with his homies, living it up. So
Living the
I'm
dream.
excited for the kid.
Yeah. I saw an interview he did talking about Purdue's run that they're on right now, and it was pretty cool. Go check it out. I believe WTHR did it.
Yep.
What are your keys to this game, and then we'll get into what we want to see from Purdue and predictions and stuff. Get out of here and keep going with these comments.
The normal things, keys to the game. I'd love for Braden to not have 8 turnovers in this game. I think that would really help us a lot if he didn't do that again. My other key would be hit the boards. In a short possession game like this, where the teams are both using all the clock, offensive boards very important, extra shots very important. So control the offensive glass. And then third, I would say get the threes going early, man. Like you said, the other teams they beat didn't shoot well from threes, so let's get some confidence rolling early. Go find a shot you like for our shooters, Braden, CJ, Fletcher. Run action for all 3 of them. Get them going early. Get those shots up. Then if that's not working, then we run the pick and roll and we feed the post, feed the hell out of it.
For sure. Yeah. I think you meant we could use West right now. Yeah. Especially if CJ is actually going to miss. But too late for all that. Henry with a great comment here. I hope Mark Few was careful on the roads after that loss.
Oh, boy.
Hilarious. Yeah, he meant we could use West right now. Yeah, my keys to this game are pretty simple, I think. It's just stop Swain. What?
I'm just waiting on your simplicity.
Oh. Stop Swain. He's just a guy who likes to drive the ball. He could get us in foul trouble. So keep him in front of you on the perimeter. Don't let him get into the paint, cause problems. Don't let them get in transition. This is not a team that wants to necessarily play in transition, but they will try. We just cannot let them steal free baskets. That's key. And then force Mark into whatever is Trayvon Mark into tough twos. You just don't want him to get wide open looks. He is a great 2-point shooter, mid-range guy. But if you make him tough, you'll be okay. And then, like you said, box out. They're great at offensive rebounding. It's one of the best things they do. Don't let them do that. And then on the offensive side, just attack the rim. Run the high ball screen, but like you said, you've got to also do other stuff. It can't just be spam, spam, spam. Run the ball screen, kick it out to shooters, throw it inside. It's just could have waited. Just could have waited till I was done there. If you like the beep, also, we're going to be live tomorrow for the whole Sweet 16 preview. We're going to kind of hit on every game, what our thoughts are, what we expect to see in each of those games. We won't talk nearly as much about the Purdue game. It'll be just a quick run through on that. So please pop onto that. We have it scheduled for 6. I don't know for sure that's going to be the time. We will adjust it if it changes. But we will be live for that as well. And that'll be all Big Ten stuff. Purdue is better. The other teams all suck. Great. That's kind of what we're looking at as far as what the stream might look like. So we're going to need you guys in the comments really giving us some motivation. Because it's just going to be Arizona, Arkansas, doesn't matter, going to lose to Purdue. Michigan, going to lose to Purdue eventually, already lost.
The whole show. Just us saying
every team
lose to Purdue.
Doesn't matter, going to lose to Purdue. Oh, my gosh. I love man, that.
Rickus, that's our bad, dude. Things happen so fast, and we've done so many shows, but shout out to young Rickus for probably the closest prediction.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. Was it dead on? 3 points off.
Just off.
So shout out for that. That is our bad. Life has been happening, Mr. Rickus. Why didn't you text me that before the game?
Every dog has its day, as they say, or every blind squirrel finds a nut once. That's Rickus for that. Purdue 92, Longhorn 79. We haven't got there yet, but thanks, guys. Jumping ahead of us here. That's fine.
You guys watch our show way too much.
Yeah, they know the schedule. All right, real quick, let's run through just what we want to see from everybody, and then we'll get to this stuff. What do you want to see from Braden in this game?
Let's hit some threes.
Yeah. Just a good shooting night. Aggressive, because he's going to be there, and he gets a little bit where he doesn't want to shoot it and he's looking to pass, but it's going to be wide open all night on that ball screen. So just come off ready to shoot. I'm sure Painter's saying, come off the screen, ready to shoot. And that's what he needs to do. Obviously, also don't turn it over 8 times. That'd be great too. Would really appreciate that. Fletcher, what do you want to see from old boy Fletch in this game?
I want to see Fletcher get to the bucket again. I freaking love when that guy drives. So everyone wants to see Fletcher threes, get shots up, blah, blah, blah. I want to see Fletcher go get some fouls on some guys. Because they don't know how to handle it when he comes off that first step. Fletcher Lawyer, fastest first step in America.
Yeah, time it if you want. Just try it.
Yeah, go ahead. See how long it takes him to get to the bucket.
Yeah, time it, dude. A lot of predictions coming in, but we'll get there. Purdue 90. Oh, that's a big win. We'll take that. Yeah, Fletcher, just want to see. I think I'm with you. I think I'm going to say 8 free throws or more. I think he had 8 in the last game. Let's see that again. I like when Fletcher's shooting free throws. That's good for
great success.
Jeff says Fletch for 27. All right.
27.
Right. That would be nice. If Fletch goes for 27 in this game, it will be a blowout.
It's actually BGF.
I don't know if Fletch can get to 27 because if he's even at 20, we're probably up by 25 and he's coming out of the game. Just my guess.
Rickus, you take your Fletcher driving hate somewhere else.
Yeah.
Maybe take that over to Sleepers or something because I don't want any of it here.
We don't do Fletcher.
I don't want any of that Fletcher driving hate.
Fletcher will drive, and he will drive all night long.
He'll drive drunk, dude.
He'll drive drunk, too. He will.
He doesn't care.
And I bet he drives perfectly drunk. And he would talk the cop right out of giving him a ticket or arresting him, too. That's just the guy he is. All right, let's go to Trey. Let's do the big 3 first. What do you want to see from Trey?
Trey. You know what? Over 10 boards.
Yep.
Control the boards. I'm going to stick with it.
Yeah, I'll go 20 and 10. I'm going to go a little more pressure on the Trey. I think this could be a great game for Trey. Need to see that push shot going in early because if it is, we're rocking. Fletcher can drive all
Thank
day. It's
you.
been working. Harvesting Herald knows ball.
Thank
Fact.
you.
Drive the threes into the net, says Rickus. I'd like that too. I'm not mad about
All
that either.
right, all right, all right. That's fair, dude.
Yeah. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you're still listening. That's subliminal messaging. Sorry. All right. Let's go to CJ Cox. I'll start. I just want to see him play.
Yeah, I'd like to see him play as well. That's gonna be mine and mine too. And if he does play, let's get three of those mid rangers. I think people are gonna start overplaying CJ on the three, and it'll open up that pump fake
Hot.
like Fletcher does. See ya.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
his mid range is
Whew.
the most beautiful on the team. I will
Yeah.
say that even over Omer's.
Omer, Braden, and CJ. And I want to see a mid range contest. Just
Dude,
see who
all
wins.
three of them. Yeah, but I think CJ's just I don't know, man. Just the way he shoots, it's so pure,
Well,
smooth.
Braden and Omer both have that little fade.
Yep,
CJ is straight up.
yep. He's
No
almost
matter,
going
he
forward.
always gets to position when he's shooting.
Right.
It's
Yep.
impressive. Yeah, CJ. I guess if he plays, I just want to see him aggressive shooting it, man. Just be aggressive. Limited minutes for CJ with 6 points. Okay, yeah, I'm good with that. As long as he gets in the game, he moves around.
Rickus, you're really being a devil's advocate tonight. Listen, once you are a flamethrower the last game, do you think that Texas doesn't see that? Like, well, not the last game. It was the game before that, right? So they're watching all that film because he got hurt last game pretty early, or was it after he had that flamethrower into
It
the
was last
first
game.
half?
Yeah,
Yeah,
last game he hit three
Miami.
threes in a row.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Harvesting Herald says Fletcher would win inning shooting
Pushback is
contest.
good.
That's not contested. Yeah, pushback is good.
I do enjoy it.
So are push pops. So are push ups.
Yeah, push pops really
Pretty
good.
much push it to the limit.
Yeah,
Port of Miami. Anyway,
push it good.
Oscar Clough, what do you want to see?
Double double.
Yeah. I think I just want to see a solid game, I guess. Aggressive, maybe. I think that would be the word I would use. I want to see him get 8 shots or more. That would be fantastic. But also hit the offensive glass and block out Bolakitis because that's what he does. Fletcher, yeah.
Look, if it's a contest, then it would be contested. Correct?
Oh,
Am I wrong, Mister Harvesting Heralds? Am I
I would-
wrong there?
yeah. I mean,
We're doing a little wordplay here, folks.
yeah, a lot of semantics
It's-
in this episode.
Yeah.
Bro, when CJ is hitting, first off, bro, when CJ is shooting threes, it's like Moses parting the Red Sea.
Why'd you spell Moses like that, dude?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's
Moesis? Moesis?
Moises?
It's like that's like Moses, but like Italian. It's Italian Moses.
Moises is the Middle Eastern version, dude.
Oh, Porto Red Sea, you know. Yeah, Clough just dominate the boards. Harvesting Herald's laughing out loud, and that's exciting. All right, let's go to. We'll just do the bench. Actually, let's hit Jakari individually because this could be a big Jakari game. What do you want to see from him? I don't know how to spell it. It's fucking Moses, bro. Come on.
G-Man. I like to see a couple of made threes from G-Man. When he gets confident, he's dangerous to anybody we're playing. So, couple maybe as soon as he gets in, just let one fly, see where we're at, bud.
Yep.
Depending on the score. If not, play your role.
Yeah. I want to see him just play good defense. Maybe drive down the game. Player of the game, Moises. Yeah, good call. Henry with the quote of the night again. Henry, you're on fire lately. Old Gold Hammer says, I agree. TKR will be huge this game with Clough by his side. Yeah. They're like two brothers, just walking down the road together. Like, who's going to mess with us? Nobody. Nobody's going to mess with us. Stop talking about my sister. That's what they're saying.
We did not know who you were speaking of, actually, Rickus.
Yeah, nobody knew who Moises was. Even Jesus himself.
Moises was in the Quran, dude. So.
All right. Let's go to lastly the bench. The Benter, Omer, and DJ Conglomerate. What do you want to see from any of those guys?
I don't want to see DJ in this game. Maybe I'll take that back. You know what? If he has to come in and play, I wish nothing but the best for DJ. So I want to see rim protection out of him. Jackie Jack Benner, let it fly, man. Get that confidence back. He seemed a little skittish and stop falling down on defense.
Yeah, please.
Like, unless somebody lowers their shoulder and you're for sure, just stop falling down. Omer, let's just get some buckets, man. It's
Knock him
been
down.
it's been kind of cold, quiet lately, and we might be due for a Omer stepping into a couple. So
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Like they have some big guards on this team. Omer could play a pretty big role here, and if especially like I'm just imagining Omer versus drop coverage could be something special. I mean, if you're going to let Omer just pull into jump shots, good luck. Yeah, that block shot from G was cool. I've seen that replayed a bunch. That was beautiful. Um, yeah, not at Mackey. That's a good thing.
he does not enjoy Mackey. Um, we'll run this.
I think
Solid
this.
defense.
I think this is a big game for. I'm going to go Omer. Omer's going to score 10 or more points in this game. And as far as Benter and DJ, I think Benter could play a big role here. Don't really care about the shot. Just play good D while you're in the game. Get some rebounds. You know, maybe over 3 rebounds. I'd like to see Benter not fall and make Braden hit the deck. Yeah. How about we just protect our best players here? That'd be cool. It's been week. What is this with him and CJ? Like it's Moesis. It's not showering. There's some weird stuff going on today. I'm not sure if it's good or bad, but anyway. All right.
3 playing a 4.
What's
I don't. If you're gonna be in the game, Jack, you got to play the position you're given, man.
yeah.
They obviously believe in him to play the 4 as a 3. So stop falling down because the last one was forced, brother. It was. I
Yeah.
I know you're joking, but at the same time, it's like, man, I'm just so tired of that. Like, only Fletcher should be falling down, and that is because he weighs 112 pounds.
Foster lawyer falling down.
It's
Sorry,
Mr. Foster to you.
Mr. Foster. How many over under? Here you go. Over under 2.5 Fosters.
I'm going under, dude. It's got to get fixed. That one from Miami's coach, it was on purpose. And I texted Fletcher as soon as it happened, and then we saw what happened. So
Yeah, crazy work. Like, let's just call the guy by his name. It's been 4 years. He's made
it's,
300 threes. Like,
at least Clark, like somebody said, Clark did fix it. Like, so
yeah,
that coach should be fired for that, though. You lose to him and you call him the wrong name.
yeah. CJ is always open. Even if he's not, he is. And is Benter a new flopper? He's fighting for that role. Until Fletcher leaves, he will never get that role. But he's clearly trying to take over it for next season.
He will be that guy. It will be the stat that we were keeping Fletcher Falls will move to Benter Falls next season.
Benter
Because
balls.
I don't see Antoine West playing soft like that, dude. Because I think he's mean.
We call it Jack Smacks or Jack's Flapjacks. I don't know.
Jack's flapjacks, dude. I like that.
Flopjacks.
Man,
Oh,
I can't wait for next year, man. Top 25 again. I kind of miss it now that we're not doing it.
oh yeah. I'm excited. And sorry to go off on this tangent. Just that next year, like we haven't had a whole new group of players in a long time.
Yeah.
Like literally, we've had the same big 3 plus Edie for 4 years. Like as much as I love these guys, and I hope that we end this season with a national championship because that'll make next season even all that much better. But it'll be nice to talk about different guys, like the unknown. The beauty of the unknown. Like we don't know who these guys are. We don't know what they're going to be great at, what they're going to be not good at. Who's going to end up being the new Fletcher who divides the entire fan base every single year. Like there's going to be those moments where we kind of get things from guys that we weren't expecting. Where
I
Ertl
think
goes
it'll be
off.
Jack.
Jack will be a big one. But
I
like
think
even
Jack's the new Fletcher, dude.
like I think we're gonna get some Omer games where he just goes on wild heaters. Some CJ games where he's on a heater. I don't know what these big guys are even gonna look like, but I just think it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a lot of new stuff. And
We
what
got
up, Blake? Yeah, we gotta have Blake.
DJ plays like Jawan Johnson. Maybe next year. If he puts on 30 pounds and gets in the gym with Brant, maybe.
Thing with Jawan though, man, that shot was butter.
Yeah, he But I think CJ can shoot, or DJ.
Joan was
Jesus.
one of the first Purdue teams I truly loved.
We do not know, Blake.
Yeah, no official word. We talked about tomorrow are the press conferences, so we'll probably find out. There'll be questions asked tomorrow, I'm sure, but no news is usually good news. Blake is here. That is
Yeah.
great to see. Agree, Henry. Anytime we get Blake, it's a better day. It's a better day when we talk to Blake.
Saluki thinks we'll have multiple
Yeah,
lineups.
I think so.
Yeah, I think Painter will try different things.
I just think with the amount of guards we're going to have, assuming everybody comes back, Jakari, CJ, Omer, Ertl, West. If you want to throw Weber in there, if you want to throw Benter at the 3 in there, like there could be 5, 6, 7 guys that are fighting for 3 spots, and then you have the
I
Sinan,
think.
Raleigh, DJ, Pierce. It's going to be
Do
interesting.
you think Weber redshirts?
I think so. I don't see where he fits.
I think him and Rivers redshirt together.
Yeah, I don't see
2
where.
Lalu players coming in redshirting. That's
crazy.
freaking wild, dude.
The only thing I can say, if Weber comes in and he is in college, what he is in high school, just a lethal shot making 3-point shooter, that's one thing that this team that next year won't have is like CJ, Omer, and Ertl are all kind of creators. Same with West. Those are all ball dominant creators. CJ can play the off ball role, but I don't know that he wants to in his junior year. So if Weber fills that void, he can come play 15 minutes a game and just be a knockdown shooter. There's a world. It depends on his defense and his body, I think, more than anything. Is he physically ready to play in the big?
He's a little fella.
He is
But
not
so
a
is
big
Fletcher.
guy. Yeah, but Fletcher was special from a mental standpoint. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. You look, if you start, like, I've done this exercise we have on this show, and we'll do it obviously a lot in the offseason, but like, if you go down the line of who all Purdue has coming back, and assuming maybe we get one more out of the portal, good luck. Good luck. Good luck finding people. Yeah, I love this lineup. I talked to you about this the other day, dude.
My God,
No,
dude.
I'm saying you run Ertl at the 1, Benter at the 2, Pierce at the 3, Burgess and DJ
DJ.
Juan.
Yeah.
Clough is not coming back. I'm 99.9%
No
sure.
one ever said anything about Rick's spelling right here. Who's Mater?
Mater.
Didn't Mater.
Didn't matter. Didn't matter, FYI.
He didn't Mater.
Come on, Rickus, bro. We're putting these up on the screen, my guy.
Rivers, yes. Weber, no.
All right. All right. I
He's
agree.
got-
It should. Sorry. I had to throw this up there. I saw Cubs. Cubs signed our boy PCA to a 6-year deal today, to 116 million. I feel like we stole the guy, 23 years old. But yes, I'm excited for baseball to start too. Dusty, oh, my time is up, or at least it's about to be. All right, let's move on.
About the Cubs, dude.
Sorry about that. Yeah, we're excited for next year. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of content in the off season. We're going to be talking about this stuff and excited to do it and hang out with you guys. Yeah, I wish you would have spelled something wrong in this. That would have made it.
I'm laughing a lot today. It's a good day.
He's in his Australian accent mode. Who is that? Me? Oh, the
Yeah.
Titer.
Mater.
Mater, the Titer, dude.
Like Mater. Without the
I'm typing on a Bluetooth keyboard. Dang, dude, you rich? You got a Bluetooth keyboard? Wow.
Dude,
Mine's
just a
a
tech wizard.
Tech master over here.
We got to get to what do we got to get to?
What
We
is the
gotta
one
get to
thing-
predictions?
Well,
Is it one thing?
One thing, if Purdue does this, they win the game.
Rebound. We're back on it. I believe in the Clough TK. Rebound, stay out of foul trouble.
Yep, my thing is if Purdue makes either one of these 40% of their threes or 8 threes, either one, they win the game. What does if Texas does this, they win the game?
If Texas gets our bigs in foul trouble, I said it last game, I say it this game. We get, quick fouls, 3 fouls on Clough or TKR, we're in trouble.
Yeah, that's a good call. I would say if Texas makes 12 or more threes. I really think it's that lopsided of a matchup here. And I kind of agree with what Rick has said here. I said 80, but If Purdue scores 75 plus, yeah. The thing, Rick, is like Texas is good at offense. Like that's
They
not a
score a
problem.
lot.
They score a ton of points. They're bad at defense. So like to me, the way we lose is to shoot poorly. If we shoot poorly, we allow them to stay in the game, and then you let it become a coin flip. I don't think
Hey,
we're gonna
combine his last two comments.
if Texas holds Purdue. Yeah. So if Purdue scores 75 and they're held under 70. Yeah.
If they do both of those things,
somebody wins.
no one wins.
Yeah. If they show up and play basketball, someone's gonna win the game, I think. Elite commentary, and I'm sure we messed that up with you, buddy. Blake says I'm with Dalton. I think foul trouble on our bigs could really swing things. Yeah, and they do. They get to the line. It's a weird matchup. Texas gets to the line all the time. Purdue never fouls. So who wins? What wins out? The refs have been letting things go in this tournament. So hopefully they don't all of a sudden decide to get real whistle happy. That would be upsetting. All right.
My friend, I got to tell Blake that he missed the smoke detector. So mark another one.
No, that's a 2. I got 2 now. Actually, no.
No, you didn't win that, dude. You reacted.
I know I lost. Texas is right behind Miami on KenPom, yeah. And they're actually, you got to also understand, Texas has won 3 straight games, so they have moved up on KenPom from winning those 3 games. They're just not a great team, man, if I'm being honest. What's your prediction? From now on, I'm just making fun of you guys. What's going to change? Blake said he would help me. And he's CIA. Blake is CIA. We know that. 20-1. Blake, I think at this point you're just making I feel like it was just 18-1, and we're just immediately jumping to 20.
He was on the last episode, so he didn't get a count. He counted live.
This is
so that is the truth. Let me pull up Texas. Look,
KenPom has this as an 8-point victory for Purdue.
I'm not necessarily looking at that. I think we're gonna have to score 90 points. So I'm gonna go 92 to 81.
Okay, 11 points. Spreads. You know what's weird? The spread started at 7.5, and it's been bought down to 6.5. So money's coming in on Texas, which is interesting. Cool. Never got those KenPom screenshots. That's a good call out, Rickus. It's very true. Should have had him.
For him either.
He did. He asked him last show, bro.
Dude, after the show's over, I go right back to my regular life, and my couch is 10 feet in front of me. So
he's just sitting on that bad boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am a liar.
You said 92-81. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 89 to 73. No, 75, 89, 75. I think they get a little close at the end. I think this game's about 5-point Purdue lead at halftime. We jumped that to about 20, and then they kind of chip away a little bit here and there, but we end up winning by somewhere around 14 to 16 points. Blake thinks it's going to be close, 82-77. Hate that, Blake. Hate that. Don't want that at all. Would prefer that did not happen. If it's that close, I'm going to be pretty sad and scared and crying on a Thursday night. And that's just a weird time to cry. You know, if I'm going to cry, I want it to be a Sunday cry, a godly cry, for lack of better terms. He told me he would send them. Rickus is not letting you go on this. But, yeah, I think Purdue wins. What are your final thoughts here, Dalton? Oh, no. There you go. He brought it up for you. This is for Rickus. There you go, Rickus. You see it? Okay, there it is. Harvesting Herald says 87-78 birthday present. Harvesting Herald's happy birthday to you tomorrow on Thursday. Very, very happy birthday. We may try to go live sometime Thursday. Probably not because Dalton has to work on Fridays, but after the game. So we'll probably go live the next day on Friday, kind of do a recap preview all in one live. But happy birthday to you, Harvesting Herald. It's coming up on Thursday. Blake, you were not closest. That was Rickus. He got the trophy for closest prediction.
3 points.
He was within 3 points on that game. Purdue too much. Miami not enough. Seems like it's about the last game. Purdue covers at least. Blake, come on. Blake has me concerned. Yeah, Blake, gonna need some explanation here on why you think Purdue's only winning this by 5. You're scaring the people, and we don't want that. I mean, it could be like that. It's a Sweet 16 game, man. Life's on the line. This could be close. Like, let's keep in reality that we should be better. We should win this game. But this is a Sweet 16 with an Elite Eight on the line. This game could be very, very close. And I'm just hoping Purdue pulls it out. What's your inspirational speech, Dalton, or what's your final thoughts on this game and what you are hoping to see, or what's your excitement level, all the fun stuff.
Just go win. That's it. That's all I got. I'm inspirational speech now. I'm sure Painter is too. Just go do your job and go win. Um, and my excitement level, I'm very excited, but also I want a run. I want a Final Four at least. So Sweet 16 and Elite 8, my excitement level maybe not as high. It's just more like, I don't know, apathetic. I will say, like, just win these games and get where you should go. Because
Yeah.
that's my expectation now that we're back. It kind of slipped towards the end of the year, but now I'm to the point where I just expect this team to come out and perform. Even when we've had, not our greatest game, we've still won. So let's play our greatest game and just blow somebody out.
Yeah. Beat the brakes off somebody. Blake, real quick, says Swain and Mark are tough. Pope has been hitting his shots. I think Heide gets 4 to 5 triples. Wow. I think they score enough to keep up. Okay. Yeah. There's your explanation from him. Henry had 105.75, 101.75. Yeah. There was a lot of people close on the Queens game. We'll see who gets closest on this game. But, my big takeaway here, my big thought or hope is like almost identical to what you said, man. Like, we aren't there yet. Like, winning this game is not enough for me, but we need to win this game to get to where I want to get to, which is at least the Final Four. That if we make a Final Four and you let me go to Indy and either be a part of it or be at the game, either one, I will be happy. I'll be satisfied with this season. That's where the second the Final Four was announced that it was going to be in Indianapolis for the senior year of these guys, everybody from Purdue said, "Man, what better could we ask for?" And so far, we've gotten the perfect draw in this tournament. We've gotten three teams that are extremely beatable that should lead us to a battle with either Arkansas or Arizona. That's going to be our first true tough game. That is something that at that moment we should be ready for, and we should be able to go, hey, it's now or never. You got to win essentially one difficult game to get to a Final Four in Indianapolis. And then from there, anything can happen. And I think that these guys are locked in. They're ready to go. We've gotten great performances from everybody outside of Braden Smith. I think that the time has come for Braden Smith to take over. We have 4 games left, hopefully. It's Braden Smith time. You're the preseason National Player of the Year. You're an All-American. You're a Cousy Award winner. You're all-time record holder for assists. It's time for you to show the hell up, be the best player on the team, and lead this team to the Final Four. You were yelled at, or not yelled at, but called an Edie merchant your entire career. It's time for you to show that you're the leader of this team, because even if the Purdue makes a Final Four and Braden plays terrible through the whole thing, which I don't think can both happen, I don't think he wants that. His legacy needs to be that he took this team and he took them to a victory and he took them to a Final Four. That's the legacy that he needs to set for himself. I have zero complaints with Fletcher Lawyer. I have zero complaints with Trey Kaufman-Wren. These guys are doing everything, every game that they can to keep us in the fight. And even if somebody like CJ Cox, who I believe just saved our season in the last game, it's time to repay these guys, Braden. It's time to show up for your team, time to show up for your legacy, and time to show up for your teammates that have been carrying you here in these last few games. So that's my plea, is Braden Smith needs to show up. I don't need to have to continue to defend a guy who was a preseason National Player of the Year. You need to do it on your own, Braden, and you need to lead us to victory, lead us to the promised land. That's what you promised us. That's the goal you set. You told us individual stuff didn't matter, so go show it. Go get a victory. Go play well. That's my plea to this team, and I really think we're going to get there. As I've said, if you follow me on Twitter, here we come. We have 4 more games. We're going to get this done. I truly do believe it, and this is going to be the first next step on that, where we win this game by 50 points. And I'm just excited for it, man. I'll hit the last few of these quotes and stuff here that I missed during that rant, and I apologize.
Kayla just held up a thing that said "wrap it up."
Yeah, okay. Sorry, Kayla. God, I mean, you were over here at my house doing yoga with my wife earlier, Pilates. If I keep getting corrected by her, Heidi,
Well,
4 or 5,
somebody's
Jesus
got to
Christ.
do it. You're not, so
I sure as hell I'm not doing it, dude. You know,
dancing in the shower, Bub.
dancing in the shower. Yeah, if you want to see that on Twitter, if you want to see me in a shower with my daughter, not with my daughter. Oh my God.
Derek has given up full burner status
Yeah, I'm
completely
posting
now.
videos on my ex with my daughter singing in a mirror and me dancing in the shower to that stupid meme. Blake says, winning the Natty is fluky and hard, but I'm desperate to get there. Yeah, that's what I think all of us want to get to the Final Four, meet up, say hi, have a drink, raise our hands to the sky, scream and yell, make asses of ourselves, whatever else. Let's see. If Purdue makes Final Four, we will all be there. Agree, Henry. And we'll meet up with all you guys. All right. Bladen always responds after a bad game. I agree. All right, cool, guys. Thank you so much. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Share this with a friend. Tell somebody about us. And we really appreciate everybody for watching us, supporting us.
Before everyone goes, I'm almost to a year of not drinking. If Purdue makes a Final Four, I will drink a beer in Indianapolis.
There you
And
go.
that will break the streak. If Purdue, if not, I'm going another year.
Oh, wow.
That's the challenge. So we'll
It's like,
see.
for your health, like, I want Purdue to lose. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, you'll be fine. All good.
Derek
Peace, everybody.
Epstein.
Derek Epstein. Gotta be. What the
Later.
fuck? All right. Peace out, everybody. Love you.
See you guys.